There we go. So, first of all, I'm gonna read the messages that I got real quick. Cartoon Cat Girl. Hi, Cartoon Cat Girl. Hi there, Shiro. Hope you're staying warm. I'm staying very warm. Thank you for asking, because right now, at the time of filming the stream, double checking if my microphone is on, and my microphone is on. We are going through a cold snap. It's fine. Everything's fine. Not happy with being like plentifully warm in here. As some of you know, I started my perimenopause, so I'm not going to freeze anytime soon. And we also got a message from Paul. Good afternoon, Shiro. Day off from work. Lots of snow today. Indeed, there is. So, let's take care of the rules first. And my chat is still broken on Streamlabs. So AI. So are you? Probably. What you meant to say. Of course, we'll be checking on my computer fan, because I'm not the only one that has a tendency to overheat over here. But so far it's fine. It's doing its best to stay in acceptable parameters. As long as you guys can't hear it, then that means it's fine. I'm trying more to convince myself than anything. So, we've posted the rules. Afternoon, Shiro. Hi, Coco. So, what's going on? I had no time to work on baby carrots this week, so we're gonna do that today. I did work on like everything else. Almost finished an entire cover for Barbarian Characters 2. Because it's coming. No, it has to come. Stuff has to start. Did some more flats on the Aurora Man story I'm working on, and of course I'm now up to page 3 on Super Mario Adventures Continued Chemical Reaction. And I only had the time to do one card from the color challenge. So hopefully this week I'm gonna hunker down, do the other 3. And drop them in the shop, so then we'll be ready for the next color challenge in 2 weeks. Yes, so am I. Sorry, I was typing too fast. If somebody knows about typing too fast, that is like all I do. I type too fast, and the stuff that comes out of my keyboard sometimes, oof. Also, I did try to get my my chat to work on Streamlabs, and they said to log out and log back in, which I did. And then I found out that completely deleted my Restream and Picarto settings, and right now my Picarto channel does not work, even if I went to get the URL and stream key. So that's fun. You see, this is why I tend to link more to the YouTube and Twitch side of things. I just went and looked, works on both. This whole thing works on both channels, and Coco is not commenting on anything, so I'm assuming the audio is fine on YouTube. Now you were probably hearing some metallic stuff because I have my hand in my Meaden's palette. One of the things I got for Christmas. As you can tell from the decoration on top, it was actually something straight from my wish list. It's got plenty of room for color mixing, and then all these empty palettes. Pans, I should say. I think these are half pans. Now there's a reason why I got my hand on these ones, mostly because 2 of them are loose, and I'm hoping they're not gonna fall off when I take my hand off. But I got all My glaze is done with the colors I have. I am incredibly dark right now. Let's see if I look better on this side. The color balancing on my camera is screaming. But yeah, all my glazes are done. This one is not really a glaze. It's more like a paint with some glow-in-the-dark pigment in it. And it doesn't work too good, but it was an experiment to see if it worked. This one looks like shit, but that's normal. That's the normal glow-in-the-dark. That's the yellow glow-in-the-dark, the pink, the blue, and an apricot that came out so nice and smooth. You can tell this was my last one. There's less paint in it, but it dried like perfectly even. It's beautiful. And I left them alone this time around instead of constantly poking them like I did with the blue and the regular. I left them alone an entire week. Now they're nice, perfectly dry. Two of them likes to slide out of their pans, and I find that actually really pleasant. And I'm going to try and test them out sometimes this week. I call them glazes because, as you saw when I pointed out the blue, some of the colors either apply extremely pale or you don't see them at all when you apply them. So I'm going to apply them on other colors. And then we'll see what happens. I do have, if you guys will allow me real quick, I have a picture of all of them fully charged. Nice. Freaking nice. And you can see in the back the stuff we're going to work on today. Been getting back to playing Animal Crossing since the updates. I do not have New Horizons. I have Pocket Camp. Because I feel like I'm already busy enough in my day. Like, at least with original Animal Crossing. I'm talking GameCube Animal Crossing. With original Animal Crossing, you just had to drop in, do a couple things, come out. In New Horizons, you have to do every freaking thing. I'm not putting down a New Horizons, because technically you do that too in Pocket Camp, just at a smaller scale. Like, I've been playing Pocket Camp since it came out, so like almost all of my crafting supplies are at 999 because I made everything. I'm pretty much still playing only to collect the stuff that I missed out during the events, because a lot of the stuff during the events or special edition or stuff like that, you had to use real money to get the tickets to buy these items. And I spent the entire 7 years that the game was live not spending a goddamn penny. And then when they announced they were shutting it down, but they were keeping the game as a game instead of completely taking it out of the App Store, because they did shut down the servers, but they didn't shut down the game like they did with all their previous games. It's just not online anymore. Then I spent the money to buy the game. Honestly, I was vindicated because I knew it! Very cool paints. Thank you, Paul. But like I'm saying, I'm not putting down New Horizons at all. It's just, for me, I don't feel like I have the time to really put effort in my island if I were to get Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like, you terraform in that game. That's asking a lot there with my kind of schedule. Like, with how much I throw myself in my art just this month, I'm better off just dusting off the GameCube and putting the original in. And then get yelled at by Dottie that I was gone for years. So I'm just going to scoot that over here. Put that over here so I can have a little bit more light from this side. Whenever you see the screen going lighter here, so I have more light, I'm pretty much just switching Firefox to my Habitica app, because it's not in dark mode. It doesn't have native dark mode, and when I force dark mode on it, it bugs up. And yeah, I am like horribly looking forward to trying out my new paints. Because those of you that are either subscribed to my Patreon, or at least in this case subscribe to my newsletter and receive my newsletter at the beginning of the month, you saw that the first 2 paints that I tried, that I made myself, that I tried, came out incredibly. Oh, holy jeez, I'm getting old. I'm drooling all over myself. Like, are incredibly good for the quality they are. I can't tell paint quality. I mean, I can once it's on the paper. But like light fastness, I don't know how to check for light fastness, short of doing a couple lines on paper and then leaving it in the window. Like, I'm not fancy at all with art terms and stuff like that. At least I understand what light fastness means. And I don't even varnish my art. Best I can recommend... Are you dead? Best I can recommend is put a UV protective glass on my art if you plan to hang it up somewhere where it's incredibly sunny. That's rich, coming from someone who just busted their ass making... paint that glows in the dark. Like, pretty sure that counts as hypocritical. If you plan on putting my glow-in-the-dark art in a sunny space, the fuck are you thinking? And this is why I'm not monetized. Like and subscribe. And we have Ronald that showed up. Paul is drooling, making fun of me. Nah, I'm kidding. I deserve that for drooling all over myself. And Ronald is saying, hey, I was cleaning dishes and making Atari Poke chiptunes. Were you making your Atari Poke chiptunes in the sink? Did you cook a pot of Atari Poke chiptunes? I mean, if you're cleaning dishes while making Atari Poke chiptunes, one would assume. I know what he's doing. I'm making fun. Haha, we're having a good time. Trying to ignore the horrors of the world. Daily. Speaking of horrors, I'm gonna start drawing. You guys keep talking. Right now we are talking about New Horizons 3.0 and chiptunes. Atari Poke chiptunes, I'm assuming. I think it's more ironic than anything. Where am I? Alright. I'm still paying attention. That's why I brought back the current subject of what we're talking about. Now that I think about it, like, I really miss the aesthetics of the first Animal Crossing. Because, like, for better viewing, all the buildings are facing the screen. But in the original one, when it was like more top-down, like a classic Zelda, a lot of the buildings were askew. And it feels more natural. Having grown up in a small town, it feels more natural when the houses are not, like, perfectly angled. And you had a town center with the 4 houses, and they were askew like this. Tom Nook's place was askew, the Able sisters. I think the post office was straight up. Most of the villagers' houses were straight up. Yesterday, me and my family went to eat Italian, then went for beignets. Ooh, beignets. With an extra N, that's how you know they're delicious. Of course, once again, small town. I know what Ronald means by beignets, but me, beignets, where I come from, it's literally just little donuts, usually with powdered sugar. I believe the beignets he's talking about is like the completely round thing, possibly with powdered sugar on it, with no holes in the middle. I'm assuming a lot. No. Sketch layer, idiot. Ooh, that was close. So for those of you that have New Horizon 3.0, do you like the update? What do you like? What do you not like? I've been trapped at home for days. We had minus 57 wind chill here. Holy jeez. Me too, but it was a personal choice because I am at like max anxiety 24/7. I don't think I can handle real people right now. Hopefully we'll at least get to the line art. Like, I really don't have a lot going on in this, like, ending scene. And what I'm doing right now is another thing that that I've been meaning to do with Wally. Have some questionable eyes here and there. I like to imagine that this face right here is Wally, not controlled Wally, and he's just gloating the fact that he's getting Doi to do something that's actually good for him, in opposition of what Roy has been teaching him. That is not a typo. No, it's not. I'm Canadian, so I didn't bat an eye at the numbers. Our beignets are akin to what you guys have because New Orleans was founded by French people. I've had beignets one time at Port Orleans in the Disney World. I see Disney World, a place I have never visited, and with the current climate, and I'm not talking about winter, but I am talking about an element of winter. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Not likely to happen anytime soon. 3.0 update is meh, but it horrified me that they allow 12 people on an island now and it's impossible. You did a great job with Guy Smiley, the one Sesame Street character everyone knows aside from his name. Yeah, I got 3 more to do. I already filmed the part where I ask the Wheel of Morality, and I wrote them down. I just need to actually film them. So I'm gonna try really hard this week to dig out a moment to do it, so then we can get back on schedule starting next month. Whoa! Forgot I changed forgot I changed fonts for a second there. Also been watching Slick Frame streams. He talks... What? Excuse me? Let me reread that for the people listening. For podcast listeners, Shiro just lost their collective shit. Also been watching Slick Frame streams. He talks about your comics. I'm assuming it's Smack because is the only one that actually gets any attention. I mean, Bootleg Cookie's been up for 10 years, and like, considering its age, I really don't have that much followers, and nobody talks about Bootleg Cookie. Nobody. People love Smack, though. Like, he talks about them on stream, it's not videos, because I did catch some... I never caught a review of any of the Smack comics, but I have caught, like, I have caught a lot of fan dubs, other than the official dub from Hyper Voice Acting. If you ever want to visit my island... Cartoon Cat Girl, if you want to visit Coco's island or sell turnips, get in touch with them. And I have caught people reacting to the official dub. And, you know, let me talk to you guys for a hot second, people reacting to the dub. Talk more! A lot of you just sit back. You're pretty much just filming Voice Acting's dub and just sitting back going, yeah. Aww. Like, you guys have more to say, I'm pretty sure. But, like, I've never got any actual reviews to my face, and the few that I do, I gave myself a kink. Reacting badly to my own comics. Ow! So yeah. And the few reviews that I have to my face, it's either what a good comic, thank you. Go to hell and die. Those I don't pay attention to. Or I thought this was the last one. No, seriously, I had somebody this week when I when I reminded people that Chemical Reaction is starting next month. I had somebody comment, I thought the comic was done with the vacation one. I had to send a screenshot of that to Gabe with the caption, are we going to be doing this little song and dance every episode now? Like, we had a fight with half the fandom. Bad at multiplayers. Wait, what? By the way, hi, Bad. But yeah, last year we had a fight with half the fandom. Ouch. I'm not gonna draw until that kink is gone. It's gonna be gone soon, don't worry. It's not my first kink. Giggle, giggle. Because It's a Wonderful Life was the last comic of the first Smack Direct. Got me right at the base of the skull. And somebody assumed that meant the end of the comic. And then it snowballed. But I mean, it's fucking snowballed, I tell you. And even if I kept saying, no, it's not the last comic. If Gabe kept saying it's not the last comic, people would not believe us. I mean, what the fuck do we know? We're only the creators. Hang on, people. And it's gonna start again now that the vacation episode is over. Oh my god. Wow, 5 people. We're starting to pick up steam on the stream. 5 people at the same time. If we get up to 12, we're all gonna be an Animal Crossing island. I gotta get off the machine. That's the name of the fun. That's the joke. I've even got Happy Homes Paradise. I love decorating the houses. I have Happy Home Designer on the 3DS. Yeah, I want to say 3DS. The box is white, so I'm pretty sure it's 3DS. I did enjoy it. I do like decorating houses. Like, literally, I have a decorating house game on my Commodore 64. Now, I'm pretty sure it's called Home Sweet Home. Because I don't want to say just Sweet Home. Because Sweet Home, if you look that up, you're not necessarily going to get something nice. But, like, you got tiles, and, like, even the characters you can put in the scene have tiles. If I remember well, you get the outside of the house. Most of the, like, there's 3 scenes, as far as I remember. The outside of the house, and you got different outsides. A couple of rooms. I do believe you get maybe a living room and a dining room on the inside, and the attic. And one time, like, just for fun, and some of the tiles are animated, including the character tiles. So basically, one time what I did, I made a choir. I made like 12 little boys and little girls, and I used the chewing animation, and I made a choir, and then you had the dad on the side, like... Well, not even that, because the bodies didn't move, but he also had the chewing animation on his head. Didn't even slow down the Commodore, so that was nice. Not even The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I didn't even watch the show. I'm pretty sure we had access to it because we have a lot of American channels coming into our cable package. But I never watched that. I assume they had games. That's why you're mentioning it. Okay, that comment I'm not gonna read out loud. I don't need to. Twitch is gonna panic. What is in that comment? The DM, calm down. They're literally swapping information so they can go on each other's Animal Crossing islands. Come on now. I'm on the line, I literally stop that. Of course, a tempting thing to do would be to have yellow guy choke on a carrot, but I'm not gonna do that. The whole point was for him to stop being afraid of actual food. And that's another thing. Whenever I do these, and I don't do them often, but people still comment, especially on the second one, they think that I plan to have Wally hurt Yellow Guy. Nope. There is something that's going to happen to Yellow Guy. But it's more about stress than actual harm. Nothing will come to harm Yellow Guy, really. But especially not Wally. The other night, my friends and I watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Then we came up with D&D characters for ourselves. Oh, now you're talking. I still haven't picked up that D&D game that was started on the Questionnaire podcast. And honestly, like, absolutely no shade to my co-players, and especially not our, like, godlike DM. I don't really enjoy it that much. Love coming up with my character, but then there's math involved, and then my head starts to hurt, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm like allergic to math or something. Okay, now roll for this, roll for that. And then I constantly have to look up which die I'm supposed to use. Ugh. Just came up with the perfect Mario x Disney crossover. Moana. Moana, okay. Oh, this I gotta see. I'm allergic to math too. Like, I love RPGs, I adore RPGs. As video games, they do the math for me. Like, the most math I've ever done in my RPGs is like taking out a calculator, scanning a boss, and then subtracting every damage point. I used to do that in Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI. Like, phoop! Because I was like, am I done yet? My god, this boss is long! Okay, I might have to put NES Princess Zelda or Pronima from Tales of Symphonia drawn in the style of the first two Breath of the Fire. My second problem after typing too fast, reading too fast. The first two Breath of Fire games for the next color challenge. Say, what Mario videos did you watch on YouTube? Yes. Seriously, I watch a lot. Like, one of my main themes when I watch YouTube is video games. Right now, I'm mostly on an Earthbound binge. I would like to see actual reviews of the Smack comics instead of people reacting to the official dub, sitting back. I'm gonna be very careful. I don't want to give myself another kick. Sitting back and going, huh? Yeah. Wow. Like, put a little oomph. By the way, hi Bono. Put a little oomph in what you're doing, buddy. Like, you are literally a react channel. You call your channel a react channel. React! I've seen a few react channels where the person actually reacts and, like, they go on a whole story while the cartoon is rolling, and I'm like, yes, more of that. I've seen the reactless version of that episode. React! I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I'm gonna start on what I wanted. Like I said, those aren't scripted, so I pretty much just draw what comes to mind. That's usually how I used to do my comics. Before I started streaming, there was no way in hell that Bootleg Cookie was scripted. I would just draw and post, and that's it. Well, I'll just, like, I was working on what I could do for the pencil, but I'll just draw it black, and if I want to add color, I can just put a masked layer on top, and then we'll be good. That's pretty much the same thing. Yuck, no. Nope. Oh, pencil. Pencil's pretty good usually. You have 3 million pencil, and not one that I'm really happy with. Oh, there we go. There we go. How's everyone doing? Yeah, that's a good question. How is everyone doing in chat? I am dying with the heat depending on how I feel. I am also dying of anxiety, but my gallbladder is fine. Some of you know I currently have a gallbladder full of rocks. I am supposed to feel it, and I do not. To a point that when the nurse that was scanning, echographing my belly pushed on it on purpose to see if it would hurt, and she asked me, does it hurt when I push here? No. And my mom is worried that I'm putting on a brave face and trying to hide or block the pain or ignore the pain because I felt worse. No, there is nothing. Here we go. Pretty good, just getting a bit hungry. That's quite an ordeal. We here in the USA are dealing with frigid temps and a big snowstorm. Right now, what temperature is it? Minus 17 here. That's not too bad. Coco has been telling me, like, what the temperature was like at her place yesterday. Yesterday or the day before? I have no concept of time at this point. And I was like, yeah, minus 51. At that point, you closed the school. Because, like, I remember waiting for the bus uncovered in my own driveway at minus 40. I also remember looking like a big marshmallow because we had puffy snowsuits. What do you prefer drawing on? Pencil, computer pad, or just an iPad? I like pencil. Like, sure, it's fun on my tablet. That's where I do most of my comics. But there's a thing called a tooth when it comes to drawing surface. And I did get I did order a paper-like protector for my tablet, but it's pretty much glass. And my tablet actually came with a paper-like surface, but I scratched it off in the first week, just drawing normally. Because Wacom got a little big for their britches. And as with every other popular technology, thinking they had the monopoly, they started to shit on their own products. Because the tablet that I had before, I never scratched it, and it was actual glass. It was slippery, but I was used to it. And it took everything to wear down the nibs. And this, I'm pretty sure what I have on is a nib from AliExpress. Because the nibs that came with this tablet, I wore them down like in a month. And like the little brother in A Christmas Story? I don't know. I never watched A Christmas Story. Like, I do have a lot of options digitally, but there's a lot of these that I can actually reproduce traditionally. Like screen tones. Screen tones being... Oh, don't stick here, actually. A dream art supply for me for the longest time. It's not that I don't know how to write cursive, it's that at this scale I don't care. Because if I actually put some effort... There you go. I can deal with the cold, but how I dislike snow. Well, yeah, you gotta move it. And apparently flamethrowers are illegal. For some reason. Capitalism and bigots innovation. My ass. You got patterns in your pants, howdy. No, you don't. Okay. Tell me about it. BRB. Bad at is going to go and clean off his porch. So for those curious, because we are not about gatekeeping art supplies in this channel, this is a safe space for art supplies. You want to go to Deleter Manga Shop. .com, I believe, or .net. Hang on. Hang on, people. Hang on. Yes. Deleter-manga shop, one word, .com. Why do I say that? Because they do have a US branch, but, because there is a but, Manga Shop is somewhere in Asia. And like I said, they do have an American branch. Let me check what the name is real quick. Alright. Deleter-usa.com. Makes me glad to live in an apartment. I don't write in cursive unless necessary. Got tired of having to write in it for years, since at least 6th grade. Yeah, I got a story about that. So why do I say, like, even if you're in the States, why do I say it's better to shop on Manga Shop than Deleter USA? Deleter Manga Shop happens to have a lot more supplies in stock than USA, and by the time they get to USA, you pay a lot. They pretty much double the prices. Like, you don't even pay that much shipping when you order directly from Manga Shop. Maybe now if you live in the USA for orange reasons, but just saying, if you want some screen tones, preferably Deleter Manga Shop if you can afford it. You can go on Deleter USA if that's your only option. I'm just saying you're gonna pay more. I don't use screen tone often because I like colors more, but I'm glad I have it. And I'm glad to use it when I have an idea to use it. Life is short, use the good screen tone. And if I have somebody, why would you pay money to buy an art supply that you can recreate on your computer for free? Well, the computer wasn't free for starters. Secondly, I really like doing it the traditional way. Literally, the real reason that I draw on my tablet so often is because I cannot afford constantly importing comic boards. Last pack of comic boards that I bought cost me $80. Okay. If some of you are wondering why I'm plugging my Patreon so much, and my Ko-fi, is because of my crippling addiction to making comics, or art in general. And if anybody in chat mentions, have you ever thought of making tattoos? You will get a pop in the mouth. So yeah, school and cursive writing. I technically learned cursive writing in 2nd grade, but I was not allowed to use it. The way I learned, at least about it, was that our alphabet had there is no 12-step program for art. Sadly. We had the alphabet above our chalkboard. Yes, chalkboard! I'm 43! In block letters and in cursive. So that's how I learned cursive in 2nd grade, looking at the cursive letter above the board. But when I started writing in it, instead of telling me, because when I wrote in it, I wrote like an entire sentence attached together. I didn't know you were supposed to leave spaces in between the cursive words. I did not know that. Because it all looked together when Mom writes cursive. She just writes really tight. So of course, because this is a school of all kids left behind, instead of correcting me on how I'm supposed to write in cursive, I was punished. I was like corrected in block letters, and then I was punished and was told that I'm not supposed to write like that in 2nd grade. And I was going to learn cursive in 3rd grade. 1, 2, skip a few, I'm in 3rd grade. And one day we have, or like a bunch of spaghetti, yeah. And one day we have the 2nd graders come in to show us their beautiful cursive lettering in their little exercise books. And I'm like, what the actual motherfucking fuck, Giselle? Giselle being the 2nd grade teacher. I didn't say that out loud. Pretty sure I didn't know those words at that age. But the intention. Like, my face has subtitles. Probably wouldn't have been as pissed if I hadn't been punished for going ahead and writing cursive instead of just being corrected. Like, corrected is fine, I'm at school, I'm being corrected because I am learning shit. But I went ahead and learned something earlier than the other students. I got punished for it. And then the year after, you're telling me that now you're letting 2nd graders write in cursive? Come here, come here, come here. Like, it's enough to drive you crazy. Like, rules for thee, but not for everyone else. So you can be othered more because we don't like you. Of course, that's following the same pattern of when I had books taken out of my hands because they were too advanced for me when I was reading them at home. Because apparently they were convinced that I was so full of myself that I would lord over the other kids that I can read Little House on the Prairie. And I just want to read. Like, I'm full of myself enough to not give a shit what the reading level of the other kids are. That's the level of full of myself I'm at. They read what they want to read. Reading is fun. I'm not walking around, yeah, I read Dostoevsky last week at age 9. What is that, Garfield? That is childish behavior on your part. I don't care. I can pick up Little House on the Prairie and then 15 minutes later pick up a Garfield. Reading is reading. I don't care. That's the most ass-backwards logic I've ever heard. Yeah, I know. Welcome to my childhood. It's fucked up. Same school that tried to get my brain deep fried. Gave my mom some paperwork to allow the school to send me to, like, now it's a sanatorium. At the time, definitely an asylum, okay? Asylum. The school wanted to send me to an asylum to get, for 2 weeks, to get, electroshocks to the brain. Because they couldn't understand me. Word for word, okay? I am not paraphrasing. Word for word, that's what they told Mom. Understandably, Mom did not sign the papers. Like, this was the era of, your child will feel better if we abuse the shit out of them. So, she said no. And then they tried to intimidate her, and then they found out you don't intimidate my mom. Especially not when it comes to me. Fill that in. No, it's not black. And I do not need to fill that in. I will deal if I put colors or not later. I do have to put some stripes here though. And what was her reaction? Holy shit, that's awful. Never mess with Mama Shiro. That's true. Never mess with her. And right now she is livid, 24/7. She needs surgery on her eye, and the hospital is not calling her for it. But yeah, her reaction was to take the papers and rip them up. To which my social worker, who we assumed got fired afterwards because every time he would cross me or my mom, or usually both because I didn't go anywhere unsupervised. I mean, I was a kid, I didn't have my own car. It's not that Mom didn't trust me, it's literally just that she would drive me places and then hang out with me, and I'm okay with that because Mom is fun to hang out with. But he would cross the road whenever he would see us. So she ripped the paper, and the social worker went, we don't rip the government's papers. And that was a decision that he came to regret. And then the principal, because all that was happening in the principal's office, had the sense of also talking when she told the social worker what she thought of him and his methods. Which was also not a good idea. And of course he had the good sense to say out loud to her face, "Hey, on se calme. We are going to calm ourselves." I wouldn't even say that to Mom now. And I'm 43 and I know I can take her in a fist fight. If it wasn't for spoiling, the dog should go Mamazilla. Like, I'm loud and angry. My mom is the softest little thing. Unless you provoke her. Like me, I'm provoked all the time, okay? Mom is the sweetest, precious little grandma ever. Even when she was young, she was the sweetest, precious little grandma ever. Bro dumped gasoline on the fire. Oh my goodness. But when he said that, that's when he realized... No. I got my attitude from somewhere, it was not my dad. Like screen freeze. Hi. I'm Jean-G Gagnon. Yes, I'm dropping names, I don't care. If he's still alive, he probably can't watch TV anymore because he's that old. You're probably wondering how I got myself in this situation. And then the Resident Evil, you died graphic. So long story short, I did not go to the asylum to get my brain deep fried. My mom is a people pleaser. My mom is a people pleaser until the people do not please her. Like, okay, when I was young, when I was really, really, really young, my mom was very strict. And that was part of her people pleasing. She basically wanted the perfect child because she saw how my twin brother... Reminder that my twin brother is actually my cousin, but I will always call him my twin brother. Grew up very spoiled. And he had the attitude to match, and Mom did not like that, and she was terrified that I would grow up like that, and that's why she was strict. But she was like so strict to a point that even my dad stopped her one day, snapping her out of it. She's just a child. And that actually snapped her out of it, and she mellowed out a lot. So thanks, Dad. friendly reminder that that school tried really, 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 really hard to give my mom a bad reputation. Like, they sent CPS at my house and stuff like that, but like, I was bullied at school and nothing ever happened to the bullies, of course, because zero tolerance means zero tolerance if you defend yourself. Because, of course, clearly I was, like, you guys know how it works. I was provoking the other kids, you know, by existing. Whenever I would say that this one kid beat me up or stuff like that, well, what did you do? What did you do to cause it? They wouldn't hit you for no reason. Actually, yes, they did. Plenty of time. They enjoy beating me up. But then when I would retaliate, I'm the problem again. And because I didn't come with my own penis, instead of maybe possibly because we did have started to have like hyperactive disorder stuff going on in the 80s, early 90s. But because I didn't come with my own penis, instead of maybe testing me for early 90s neurodivergence, clearly I was just fucking stupid. Existing while neurodivergent is apparently a crime. Exactly. So basically something I was born with was entirely my fault. And when you're neurodivergent, a lot of times you just don't know what's going on. And then you get blamed and you get told that you did something on purpose, but nobody will tell you the thing you did on purpose. Like, I don't know what I did because you didn't do anything. But in your head, like, I don't know what I did, and nobody would tell me what I did by then telling me you know what you did. I don't. And no, I didn't know what I did because, well, basically I didn't do anything. And then people wonder why I'm permanently pissed off. My mom has worked in the school system her whole adult life, and students and coworkers love her. She's even dealt with her fair share of bullies. Yeah, Mom did her best. But another fun thing is that she had me young. Like, let's not kid ourselves, okay? I'm an accident. And usually at this point, if Mom hears me, she will yell from the other side of the house, "You were a wanted accident!" Mom never made me feel unwanted. She never told me I should never have had you. She is thrilled I exist, and not just because I do her laundry. But she had me young, and I am an accident. So, of course, in those times, in a rural area, people would simply not take mom seriously. Like, we remember the episode when she went to the doctor and asked for a specific flavor of cough syrup, and the doctor didn't take her seriously, and then I threw up on him. You know, now that I think about it, I don't recall a single time where my mom asked me to change my attitude or my personality. I mean, Jean-G Gagnon asked me to do that, to change who I was. Literally, change who you are. I cannot. It is genetic. Like, I have snappy comebacks now, but as a kid, you don't have the snappy comebacks that easily. Especially not a neurodivergent kid. You're still searching for your words because apparently the words that you're using are not the correct ones. Because the adults wanted to send me to the asylum because they didn't understand me. We're speaking the same language. I know those words are real words. I read the dictionary. The only thing she said was that you were a boring baby. That's true. A happy accident. I am a very happy accident. And yes, she did tell me as a kid that I was a very boring baby because I slept all the time. But you know what? I got over that. As far as quote-unquote insults go, I'm okay. Those are pant. That's a pant seam. I'm not. Oh heck, you know damn well somebody's gonna comment on the pant seam. And that's another thing with social workers and the people from CPS. They ask you what's going on. You tell them, and they proceed to 100% not believe you and blame your parents. Because
Here's what I found.
And like, maybe it's the neurodivergent in me talking. But like, you asked me these questions at school. Why would I be afraid? Let's pretend for 5 minutes that mom was abusive. She is not. Let's pretend she was. I'm at school. Why would I be afraid of something happening on the spot? if I tell the truth about my abusive mom. Like, I had really, really bad short-term memory because of the constant head traumas. Which is also why I didn't really tell Mom about much of the abuse that I was getting at school. Because I would just want to go home and dissociate and forget about it. So it wouldn't occur to me to, like, try to protect Mom, thinking that she would be mad at me if a social worker would show up at home. Because it wouldn't occur to me that Mom would get mad at me on a whim. Like, sure, when I was younger than that, she would get mad at me, not necessarily on a whim, but if I didn't do a chore fast enough, she would get mad and tell me off. But then after that time Dad told her to, chill, she was perfectly fine. It's the same basis as that time that I was supposed to go confess my sins and the teacher tried to help me come up with a sin. Like, surely you stole some cookies from the cookie jar, and I'm like, no, I asked Mom. Like, like, I'm either getting one of two response, yes, sure, or not, no, we're having supper soon. Like, as far as I know, it also never occurred to me to have a tantrum over a cookie. Like, I'm neurodivergent, I had tantrums. But I don't think I ever had one over a cookie. Because in my head, I'm thinking, whether I get a cookie now, or I get a cookie in about an hour, I'm still getting a cookie. I'm getting that cookie eventually. And because I had bad short-term memory, I would have forgotten about the cookie anyway. And then after supper, I got my cookie, and I'm like, yay, a cookie! So yeah, that CPS worker showed up at my place while I was at school. Grilled Mom. And when I got home and saw that CPS worker, that's when the mom came out of me. And I gave her the same grilling that Mom gave the other social worker and the principal at school. And Mom just sat back and let me do. Of course, we were still plagued by CPS for a couple of years. Because there were a lot of things wrong in my room. Like not having heavy metal music in my collection. I'm 9! You know what I like? Chuck Berry! I like Jerry Lee Lewis! I want to listen to music that I can wiggle to. I don't want to listen to like harsh riff guitars and screaming in the microphone. I'm a kid. Is that why you play a lot of video games as an adult now, Shiro? Yeah, because when I used to play video games as a kid, I didn't have a lot of time to do it with the homeworks and the supper and the bedtime routine and stuff like that, and I would frickin' dissociate. And then now when I play games, I can actually enjoy what's going on in the game. Because I don't have to dissociate as much. I'm just gonna do like 4 celery sticks because I'm just not that big a fan of celery. And then we're gonna go for about 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day on this. I'm trying not to tire myself too much because I have a lot of stuff to do in a desperate attempt to make some sort of money. It's also why right now I decided, not even with peanut butter, Well, it's more of a thing. I don't like chewing on it forever. I do like it when it's part of a recipe, like when it's cooked or when it's cut in little chunks instead of entire sticks. Because then you chew on the strings and you chew on the strings and you chew on the strings, and after a while you're like, look, I ate all the meat, I'm gonna spit out the bone. I like veggies though. I do clearly love baby carrots, green veggies, a lot of salads except iceberg. I'm a little up to here in iceberg. Spinach, raw or cooked, especially cooked. Oh my god. You cook an entire bag of spinach for me and I am your wife forever. Okay? Your wife, your husband, whichever gender you feel like applying to me on that day. I am your partner. Beans, big fan of beans. My dad makes this vinegary bean salad, and you've got like all kinds of beans in there, red beans, chickpeas. I'm pretty sure there's a couple lima beans in there. Like there's pineapple slices and chunks in the fruit salad. So not a lot. Reminder, for more confident long lines, you don't want to draw from your wrist, you want to draw from your elbow or your shoulder, depending on the type of line, whichever is more comfortable for you. But if you tend to have wiggly lines, you're probably drawing from your wrist. You want to draw from your elbow. Notice that I got a nice arc going on here. Wrist drawing should be left for like tiny details that you don't really need to... Like I'm doing short wild hair right now. I don't need to be perfect. And because I'm drawing it fast anyway, I already have confident lines. The first step of good art is confidence. And that's why AI bros have none. I said what I said. Anyone cook me spinach and I'm filing for divorce. Well, I'll take your share. In a good marriage, you need one person that hates spinach and another person that will eat that spinach. I don't like pickles. I like cucumbers. I like pickled olives. I do eat black olives if I have to. I'm not gonna reach for them right away, but if they're already on my pizza, then sure. Alright, chat. Favorite vegetable? Feel free to expand to favorite fruit. Be my guest, Popeye. Green peppers. Green peppers are good. I like green peppers. Not on pizza. It's very, very rare that I'll leave my green peppers on pizza. Most of the time when they put green peppers on pizza locally, it's like these thin, full pepper slices, and then it's pretty much like trying to eat a little slice of paper. And it's no. Sometimes I will eat them if they're like nice and big and juicy chunks. Peppers by themselves or in tacos, lovely, adorable, can't complain. Call me Bugs because I love carrots. Carrots are good. I like carrots. I'm not that big a fan of cooked carrots, but I can't get enough raw carrots. Baby carrots or regular carrots cut in sticks. Big fan. Or carrot cake. I like carrot cake. Hey, Joel's here. Hey, on Christmas Day. Hi, Joel. We're almost done. Just in time, baby. At least I'm putting more effort in this episode than I did the previous twos, because I drew them like I was like trying to do a speed run on my tablet, on my iPad. And I'm not that big a fan of drawing on my iPad because I'm just not that big a fan of Procreate. I'll use it because I don't want to pay a license for iPad Clip Studio when I use my iPad so rarely. Like when I got my iPad, what I wanted to do was use it as when I got off the desk to be able to keep working remote. That was the idea. But turns out, trying to transfer your workspace and your work between the iPad and the desktop is damn near impossible because it's full of bugs. Like, if you try to transfer a comic from desktop to iPad, you have to transfer all the pages, because if you transfer the comic, it will only transfer the folder of the comic and not the content for some stupid ass reason. I like all colors of peppers. Shiro, they're starving trail in Japan that would very much like green peppers. You're so inconsiderate. I can't tell if Joel is fucking with me or not, because it's well known that Japan kids hate green peppers. We keep sending Japan green peppers, but they perish in the mail before they get there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll forgive you. So yeah, pretty much use my iPad mostly to grab some references for the color challenge or to doodle on Procreate because I'm still trying to learn Procreate in general. Literally for no other reason than helping people that work in Procreate. Does not change the fact I would rather much work in Clip Studio, but and that's another thing. You're supposed to be able to save your settings and then be able to upload them somewhere else, or if your computer borks, knock on wood that mine doesn't. Like, you're supposed to be able to have a backup. But Clip Studio does not want to back up my settings half the time because it claims that I'm missing some materials. And I did not delete anything. So when it comes to drawing, Clip Studio is wonderful and I will always recommend it. For anything else that Clip Studio claims to be able to do, not so much. Like, trying to upload anything on the asset shop is a pain in the arse, and that's when they do accept it, because or else you gotta rewrite your entry or stuff like that. I am very much amateur, you know me too well. Like, I don't doubt that the animation application works well for Clip Studio. I'm just still working on remembering how it works. Because it works with the layers, but differently. And you can't really rename the layers, or else the animation is gonna go, I have no idea what you did with that one's animation cell. So yeah. Did you watch the new trailer for the Mario movie, Galaxy movie? And Bono says, I have, it was cool. I did not watch it yet. I was busy. I'm not gonna spoil anything because I did see, because of course social media, I did see a snippet of it. And it was funny. And I am probably going to watch it after the stream. Busy with what being cool? Yeah. Honestly, that's what takes up most of my time. Sitting here looking cool. And with that, we've been at this for 2 hours, so I believe I will call it a day. To show you how much work a comic is, we have inked 6 panels and have penciled, and have sketched 3. Everything else was done last time. I think we're doing well. I think we're doing pretty well. How about I extend it just for a couple more minutes. We're gonna do these 2 panels. It's not gonna take long because I just need to ink one and then copy to the next one and change the eyes. And then we will call it a day for realsies. You're a pro at it. Oh, please continue. I'm so cool I laugh at my own jokes. Oh yes, so very extended edition extension. Somebody is fresh from the Switch eShop. Because, oh my god, the amount of slop on this, and it's always like Silver Edition, Super Special Edition, Owl Edition, Cats Edition. Half of the slop that's on there is some kind of edition. The other half, it's always hentai. And then you're old enough to remember when Nintendo had standards. And now the shop is full of AI hentai. Because here's the thing, the 2-hour live stream is mostly based on my energy level. And if my energy level is good, then yes, I'm going to extend it a little bit. I have yet to get started on either of my Suikoudens because I've wanted to finish Sparks of Hope first, and then I was feeling pretty badly this week, so instead of working on Sparks of Hope, I played a round of Legend of Right. If you guys hadn't tried Legend of Right yet, personally I recommend it. Very easy game, very fast to go through, very easy game. Super charming, super fun, I enjoy it a lot. Please remember, it is easy. It's called RPG Time, The Legend of Right, if you're looking for it in various e-shops. I know they got it on PlayStation. Clearly they have it on Switch, because I don't have anything that works past a PlayStation 2 and a PSP, so... I mean, I do have a PS3, but it doesn't really work. I got it busted, so I'm not mad. Alright. Told you it wouldn't take long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11 panels left to ink, but that's gonna go for next time. And with all that, I forgot to hydrate, so... And the fan was perfectly normal. Again, Shiro's an unrepentant Nintendork. Oh my god, I got everything. Almost everything. On purpose. I did not get every generation of Game Boy or DS. Because I only saw the point if there was like a big change. Like for example, I got the original... hang on. There we go. Got the original Game Boy. Did not get the Game Boy Pocket because it was the same thing but smaller. And I had a little purse. I have several little purses for my for my little portables. I got the Game Boy Color. Did not get the Game Boy Advance because I basically couldn't play on it because it did not have a backlight. Got the Game Boy Advance SP. Well, it was nice talking to you for when I've been available. Yeah, you were very busy, probably still making chiptunes. It sounds like I'm making fun of it. I'm not making fun of him. I have heard some of his music. It's not bad at all. Well, because I like chiptunes. I got the first DS, did not get the DS Lite, got the DSi, did not get the DSi XL, got the 3DS, and I did get the 3DS XL, but the 3DS was a hand-me-down from Mike, and 3DS XL was because it was a special edition with the Triforce on it, because it came with Link Between Worlds. That was the only time I got just the bigger format, just because I wanted the really nice gold. I do not have a 2DS for obvious reason. I don't have a 3DS, new 3DS at all, because I didn't get any game that were like new 3DS exclusives or something. But I do have an NES, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, a GameCube, a Wii U, and a Switch. I don't have a Switch 2 yet because money I don't have that I spend on bills to feed myself, to put electricity in the house, and art supplies, because I have a serious problem. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to my Patreon. And with that, we are closing this week's stream for real. We're going to continue on this project next week. And we're going to read super fast, extra special, caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle, chocolate syrup. Thanks to all our supporters: Ember B, Paul K, Miss Innovis, Bad at Multiplayers, Matthew H, Blossis, Laura S, Jeff B, and Artsy Tanook. And our part-time supporters, Super Today 808 and Rocket Mouse. Your continued or part-time support is always appreciated. I have new 3DS for the SNES virtual titles. Well, I got a SNES, so I'm good. Not that big a fan of carrying my portables anywhere anyway. I prefer gaming on a big screen at my age. And next live stream, of course, is going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all, and bye-bye!